Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Blade 300X. The real reason why I got the helicopter was for the flybarless system, the AR7200BX. I wanted the flybarless system for the T-Rex 700 that I'll probably be getting this winter, and so I thought, well, I might as well just get this helicopter right now. It wasn't that much more if you just bought the flybarless system versus this helicopter. It was just a little bit more, so I thought, well, why not have a little bit more fun this summer, perfecting some of my maneuvers and just having fun with it before I throw it into the 700. So I took it out this morning and I flew it for the first time. It was about 10-mile-an-hour winds and it seemed rock solid. Now, obviously, it didn't perform to the 450X. The 450X has a lot more spunk, so I can't really compare it to that one. But there are a lot of similarities. You know, it is a downscale. The performance is about half. It's basically, if you take the 300X, or it's basically like the 130X, then then it ups to the 300, and then the 450. 450 really has some smack to it, and really goes. I mean, if you push it. The 300X can do a lot of different things. It can go inverted, do little TikToks, and you know it's pretty agile. It's just noticed to me, if you get really fast head speeds on basically any helicopter, just that gyroscopic precession, it feels like the helicopter is heavier because all of the spinning mass. So if you slow it down and you get a little lower head speed, sometimes it's a little bit more agile and you can actually turn faster and quicker if you just slow the head speed down a little bit. That's kind of what I thought, but you know, you can argue that one too, I guess. But let's kind of go into it. I'm not going to really compare it a lot, but basically the 450X was the first one that came out. Then they went to the 300, and just I wanted to show you a little different upgrades what they did that I thought was kind of nice. So we're going to take the canopy off. You can also notice like the plastic on the rotor head, but they did that on purpose that way. Another thing that I kind of liked with the 130, or excuse me, the 300, is if you see that there's a little plastic piece right over the motor, right there. That's for your battery. That's for your battery tray. Now on the 450, it doesn't have that, and I've noticed a lot when I've been flying. If it was on the 450, that sometimes my battery slides up, or if I get it too close, it actually hits and it rubs the battery. So this one, it helps kind of prevent it a little bit that way. So that was nice having that, and also it's just kind of neat. Let me see if I can do this. Well, maybe I'll do it that way. You can see it's kind of tapered a little differently. It's narrow here and wider out here. That kind of looks kind of cool. I like that. Now on the 450, it's just straight. Also, another thing that I liked, on the servos, you can see it's basically a direct drive. They have a servo built right up in on it, which is nice. It's just less part count, less stuff to break, less mechanical adjustments, lighter. So that's one thing I liked about that. Now you can see on the 450X, which maybe they're going to change it out later on. You know, there's a lot of, here's the elevator, and there's all those different things that come up right to here. So there's a lot of different steps, a lot of things that could break, and more weight. So that was nice on that. And one thing I didn't really like, which is not bad, but they have a collar here. I didn't really like that. I wish they could have eliminated that somehow. But maybe they couldn't. Maybe that was the best way to do it. Another thing that I liked was they eliminated all the gears in here to go back to the tail by this little pulley here. They have two pulleys, two aluminum pulleys that's kind of guiding it. That's nice. It kind of eliminates a lot of different things on there. If you look on this one, maybe you can't see it, but take my word for it. There's gears inside here that goes back to the rudder for the belt to go. Oh, that kind of shows you this gear basically goes back to that side on the 450. Another thing that I liked, you can kind of see on this one, you see how it's kind of triangle on the back over here. It's more triangle. And these have Allen wrench keys on it with nuts. The 450 doesn't. It might be more square. I'm not really sure. Let me look on here. Yeah, it's more square, and it has just regular Phillips screwdriver heads in there, basically like a wood screw, and they tend to strip out, so I'm not really fond of that. So I'm glad that the 300 incorporated that to it. It makes it look better, or it's just more solid. It's more sturdy. And another thing too is on the back is they put another Allen key, Allen wrench on there, and a nut. Sorry, it's not focused, but that's what it is there. That just kind of helps out on there. And then another thing is this. I didn't really like having the BeastX upside down, but after looking at it, it's not too bad. It actually fits out well inside there. You can get to everything. It works well. When I was binding it, I noticed that my throttle was the throttle connector was pushed out a little bit. So that was a little nervous, but I pushed it back in and it was just fine. Yeah, and then this is the battery that comes with the 300. Just a 3-cell, 11.1, 1350 milliamp, and it has a 30C discharge, and you can charge it at 3 Cs. So take the 1300 times 3, and that's the max charge rate in milliamps that you can go. So anyways, that's it. The blades are wooden, but for what it is, it's just fine. It works just great. You're not going to notice it. It doesn't have the performance as the 450, but for what it is, it flies really good. And for the guys just want to go have some fun and not really smack it around, it will work just fine. It works great. The tail's rock solid. I liked upgrading my servos on the 450X, and I'm really glad I did. I did their high-tech I think they're 50, 65 MGs, middle gears, and they work really good. I don't think I've crashed with those yet, but they shouldn't break. They're really good. But anyways, if I crash this helicopter, like I said, I just got it just for the flybarless unit. So if it goes, I probably won't replace it. Who knows? We'll see. But it's almost exactly like the 450. But obviously, there's a couple different characteristics with it. But all the little upgrades that they did on the 300, I kind of like them. It's kind of a cutesy little helicopter. Works good. So, anyways, that's the review. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or comment below. So, thanks for watching. Bye.